I am driving to my home. Oh my gosh. Driving across glass, apparently. Alright. And I just spent about an hour and a half or so over at the apartment with my brother. And I kind of had a feeling this was coming on. So he had ran out of medication, one of his medications. And it was the mood um, stabilizer, I guess. And he had been doing pretty okay up until a couple of days ago. And I started to notice that he was, getting more, feeling, looking more, feeling more depressed. Um, Today, he sent me 2 emails. Well, yeah, I'll just start with the emails. So today he sent me 2 emails. One of the emails seemed, and it was factual, and then the other one seemed delusional. Okay. So I'll just say that. So his symptoms have been revving up because he had been off, apparently, his mood stabilizer. And the factual one was also kind of, I don't want to say disturbing, but alarm, like having me be more alert. So we live at an apartment where there's like a clubhouse, and he tends to hang out down there a lot. Um, and the people who work there seem, they're friendly and everything. But I also tell them to observe boundaries with him, okay? Because I think at first, and I think a lot of people do this, where they see somebody who's disabled and they're kind of overcompensating a bit to the point where now it's becoming a problem, and you want to now observe a boundary, but it's too late. I'm not blaming them, but like I said, I think it happens quite often for folks. Okay, and I'm seeing this person run the stop sign. Oh my goodness, Atlanta, I tell you. So yeah, so he it seemed as though he had been asked not to leave the clubhouse, I guess. I haven't heard from the other folks. Like, I was going to try to talk to them, but it looked like they were busy. And that's probably what they probably said to him. Like, hey, we're kind of busy right now, or can you come back later? And he may have misinterpreted what they were saying. Okay. Um, but yeah, so one of the emails was kind of delusional. And yeah, I'm a little concerned. He's been wanting to write more again, which he says that's a way for him to get out what the ideas and the delusions say to him. And that's how I can also tell his state of mind. Because most times when he's okay, he's not writing a lot. When he is writing a lot, then that's when I know. Okay. So this afternoon, like I said, I spent some time over there after I got the emails. Luckily, it was closer towards the end of the day. So it wasn't like anything that I was going to be like, coming into a situation. Okay, sorry, speaking of situations. So luckily I was able to leave work, go pick up his medication, and come back over there and, figure out what was going on. So he had left his backpack in the clubhouse, and again, it looked like they were really busy. They were in a meeting. So if anything, I'm just thinking they probably said, hey, Oliver, and that's his name. We're kind of busy right now or something like that. So, and he left his backpack in the clubhouse. So I guess he was worried about his backpack, which, really didn't have anything in there but a notebook and some papers in it. So yeah, he is, looking more depressed lately. And I'm gonna just be honest. quite honestly. As a caregiver, this is the state where I feel like he's more controllable and easier to manage. Because, sometimes when a person is bipolar and they're in their manic stage, it's hard. It's, first of all, hard to decipher depending on the person, because it seems like they're normal until it's like all of a sudden it's not normal at all. They seem like they're okay until all of a sudden they're just not. You know, um, but then the depressed part is, like I said, you can tell they're not wanting to leave places or leave their home, basically. Um, really having a hard time doing daily chores. Um, Having a hard time eating or sleeping. He's been sleeping. That's good. So it's not like he's stressed, but it seems like he's definitely in a down mood. Earlier this week, he seemed also a little anxious as well. So that's kind of how I was starting to, sense like, oh, he might be, shifting into a depression there. Okay. But I'm just trying to, keep track of his moods, his mood swings now at this point. And the fact that, yeah, he had been without his medication, the mood stabilizer medication, for about almost 2 weeks at this point. And his medication that he has now, it looks very much like some medication he had in the past that I'm not sure if this is going to work out well, but the only difference is that he is actually now on I'm going to just be honest, he's on Prozac. So he's on Prozac since April. And the mood stabilizer with Prozac and his other medication are new for him in this past year. The mood stabilizer, that was a liquid. Okay. Now he's back on some tablets that I know I've seen before and I can recognize. But I could also tell when he was coming off of those. There was, but like I said, he wasn't on Prozac then. So now I'm thinking, hopefully, I got to keep track of what what he's gonna be like now with this mood stabilizer he had been on before, along with Prozac, because he wasn't on Prozac before with the other capsules. And now he's now taking a 30-day shot, and I'm just hoping all of that will work together. It seems like it is. I think the only thing that he has just been without the mood stabilizer. I think we'll be okay. We'll be okay. It doesn't seem like he is having psychosis right now, but he is having some delusions. So there's that. Oh my gosh. Okay. All right. So now I'm at my house, and I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to say about this right now. I'm just happy that I was able to secure his medication. That was something I was worried about, but I was able to get that this week. It came through. I got it. Not only did I get it, yay me, I got at least another 3 months worth of medication, because now with this whole tariffs and this president and stuff, like, I'm worried that my brother wouldn't be able to get the medicine that he needs for himself. And I'm still working on, trying to make sure I can have more authority in his care, because he can't take care of himself when he's not healthy. Like, he has no idea what is what. Like, he can't tell up from down. And legally, unless I step in legally with, certain things, I wouldn't be able to know, or even though I know, like, I'll just say healthcare professionals legally wouldn't be able to tell me, even though I already know what he has and what's going on. Okay. So yeah, and I would be the only one that could help him make decisions. So yeah, that's where we are right now. All right, so yeah, I'm going to do some chores over here. I got some bills to pay. Um, Probably going to spend the night over there, and that made him a little more happy too. Because I think that's a part of it. He's feeling down, depressed, and stuff. So um, I'm working on stuff. I'm trying while at the same time doing my teacher stuff, doing my school stuff. Which yes, I got an assignment that's due. Yikes! This weekend. Um, and I got to get these kids ready for school. We're in day 24, 25 of school now. Okay. There's going to be Labor Day weekend. They're going to come back on Tuesday. We'll be hitting the ground running with a lot of stuff. Parent teacher conferences mid September. So, a lot of things going on to look ahead for. And now, with me being a caregiver. Okay. But, you know, it is what it is. Life is what you make of it, right? All right, friends. So, um, yeah, these glasses. It's funny. It's like I did something on Instagram where I'm like, yeah, it's time for new glasses because these glasses, they're too strong, and I'm like having a hard time seeing things and reading things. I'm like, oh my gosh. So yeah, I need new, less strong glasses now. All right. With that, I'm gonna say take care. I'm a biohacker. All right. Take care.